That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Hello and welcome to Agent West's Adventures in Space. Or to be more precise, Kerbal Space Program, where this time I will be playing a career mode. Let's pick a flag. Moving parts on alright. Accept. And start. Playing on normal difficulty. Welcome to the Space Center. Nice to meet you. I'm Jim Kerbal, Flight Director, and your guide to a good introduction. Oh, nice to meet you too, Gene. Thank you. You got no science points at the moment, so let's see what's available. Basic rocketry for 5 points, Engineering 101 for 5. So, let's do a little bit of science. Hello, I'm Werner von Kerman, Chief Rocketry Engineer. This is a vehicle assembly building. And so on and so forth. Well, hello to you too, Werner von Kerman. What can I do? Got a basic command pod. So let's grab that. No fuel tanks. Got a basic booster engine. So let's grab this. I got a parachute. That's important. Put that on top. What do we got for science? Mystery goo. Let's add a couple of those on board, why not? And let's put about half a tank of fuel in. We don't need to go very high right now. Nice. Let's fly. Right, almost forgot the stages. Wouldn't want the engines and the parachutes, or rather one engine and one parachute, toggle at the same time. 3, 2, 1, blast off! Got the one and only Jebediah Kerman piloting the craft this time around. What do you gotta say, Jeb? The shore's looking inviting as you watch the waves roll into the coast. All good to know. Keep that in mind. What about the goo? The goo jiggles and wobbles as the craft flies. Good to know as well. Keep that open to parachute before it's too late. Alright, parachute is open. Speed up time again. And a safe landing. Take a look at the goo. The goo doesn't seem to be doing much right now. Alright, a little bit of science for that. Let's go outside. Come on, get up. EVA report. I don't think a spacesuit was entirely necessary to get here, was it? No, it was not, I agree. Anyway, go back to the base. Jebediah himself earned 7.4 points. Good. Gained 1 XP. Good. Let's recover the craft and get 14.3 science. Very nice. Now let's go to R&D and see what we got. Got Engineering 101 with a decoupler, a thermometer, and a couple of antennas. We got basic rocketry with a bigger engine, a bigger fuel booster, and a fuel tank. I think right now Engineering 101 is a bit more important, as we're trying to do as much research as possible per flight. Alright, got 21 points, which is nice. So, it's a choice between stability for 15 or stability for 18. For 18 points, I'll get a aerodynamic nose cone, a winglet, and a radial decoupler. And for 15 points, I'll get a couple of heat shields, a barometer, a radiator panel, small landing strut, a couple of parachutes, and a service base. So that sounds like a better option. From here on, with 45 points, we can unlock basic science, flight controls, or if I unlock a stability for 18 points, I can get aviation or general construction. It looks like I need at least 45 more points to move on, so let's do that. Go back to the assembly building. And this time, let's put a decoupler right here, so I'm not trying to bring the entire craft down on one parachute. Just the important part of it. Give it full fuel. Out of science, we got a thermometer. Which, let's put a couple of those on here. And a barometer, which, let's put a couple of those on here. And let's fly. And I think this time I will head towards the water a little bit, because from what I know, the water is a different biome where I can get more science points. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! Dang it! Staging. Oh yeah, because I added a decoupler, that technically added another stage. This whole stack, and I completely forgot about it. Anyway, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch! Very nice. Angle a little bit towards the border. Get rid of the booster since it's burnt out. Grab a crew report since I don't think I've been that high before. Or is looking right, well apparently I have been. Or rather Jebediah have been. But anyway. While we're up here, let's check on the thermometer. Collected and recorded data for 5.69, very nice. And what about the pressure? Collected and recorded atmospheric pressure data from the environment, very nice. Open the parachute before the pod speeds up too much. Parachute opened up nicely. Something just splashed down. I believe that would be that booster that was once part of this rocket. Jebediah seems to be as excited as he's ever been. And splashdown. The temperature gives us 3.2 more science. Not bad. What about the pressure? Select pressure for about 5 more science. Pretty good. What about the goo? The goo wobbles around in its container and starts to seep out of the holes. That's not too good. Hopefully the goo isn't toxic or anything, but 4 science is 4 science. Crew report. Record cruise assessment for 2 science. Go for a swim, Jeb. Alright, the time is still sped up. There we go. Gotta say, I don't think spacesuit was entirely necessary. I'll keep that in mind for next time. We'll get 3 science out of that. Grab. Get back in. And recover. And from that trip I got 31.3 cents. Wow. Not enough to unlock the next level, but a good progress towards it. No XP, no no. That's 0 reputation, but it's up from 12 to 19 on the bottom, so I'm a little confused. But anyway. 41 cents, do we need 45 for the next tier? I think now the flight would probably be enough. But where can I go from here? I'm not entirely close to any other biomes, I don't think. We're not close enough. What I can do, however, is research some high altitude. So let's put some more boosters on you. Anything else interesting? Resistant service bay, deal for protecting delicate instruments. Don't have any of those yet. Basic fin. Sure. I think I got everything I can have on here. However, save and continue, sure. I completely forgot about mission control. Yes, hello, Gene. That can give us little missions to do. So, holy decoupler into flight above Kerman. Follow the coupler into flight above Kerbal. I got heavy TD-12 decoupler, which I believe that's that round decoupler. Flying above Kerbal at certain altitude, certain speed. Let's take that on. Yes, because I think I have everything needed for that. Mark 16 parachute. Kerbal flying about certain altitude and certain speed. Grab that. Give a little bit extra money for completing those two. Oh, doesn't show me what it is, but never mind. Yes, TD-12 decoupler. Very nice. And Mark 16 parachute is... yeah, a little nose parachute that I already have. Very good. Let's go flying. Agent, almost forgot that again. Let's fly. But does not look like I'll be anywhere near proper altitude to test, well, either one of those. The solution to that problem was to add a couple of stages to this rocket. So in 3, 2, 1, blast off! Oh boy, this is not looking pretty right now. Got plenty of speed and looks like I'll get the altitude to test the decoupler, so let's do that. Might as well look at the temperatures and get signs for that. Look at the goo. The goo seems to be getting very cold right now. Alright, what about the report? Record the assessment. Good. Oh, we're going way up high right now to 64 kilometers. And I've accidentally hit the button to open the parachute. Oops. Never mind, disarm it, should be fine. Observe the goo at the top of the flight. The goo is getting cold, we know. Selected atmospheric pressure for 10.8 signs, alright. And what about the temperature? Select the data from the environment. I am going way too fast for a parachute test. Probably cut down on the number of stages and try again. That trip gave us a solid 40 points of science, which is really good, and I do believe I did finish one of the contracts. Take a look. Active test parachute. Yep, did complete the decoupler contract. What did I get for it? Got a little bit of money, a little bit of points, a little bit of reputation. Very good. What else we got? Escape the atmosphere. Reach our atmosphere by flying to 70 kilometers. Almost did that accidentally last time. Only hammer booster into orbit, but I don't believe I have that yet. Yeah, I have to be way above the ground to complete that one. So let's not do it right now. Like pressure ratings in some zone, which unfortunately I do not know where that is. Focus survey. Survey. Temperature survey. Here's Kerman's mistake. I love that name. Also, it's pretty interesting flag they have, or emblem, or whatever. John's Cannery. Test a swivel engine, but I do not have that. If atmosphere, yeah, let's do this one just in case. Let's go to the R&D and see what they got, because 88 points, enough to unlock either flight controls with a couple of winglets and a reaction wheel, or basic science. The battery pack, science junior, German storage module, radiator, and an antenna, and a Probodan Staputnik, which is basically a remote guidance computer. That way I don't have to send a crew up. Since I'm trying to gain as much science as quickly as possible, let's go for that. Now we got 43.3 points, not enough to unlock either space exploration, miniaturization, or electrics, not enough to unlock flight control, but enough to unlock stability, which will lead us to aviation, which I think will be my next unlock, since it'll allow me to build airplanes and explore Kerbal a little bit better. Can unlock general construction, but I don't see need for it. Just aviation unlocks a whole plethora of different airplane parts. Logical. Flight control, no, I don't need that quite yet. Anyway, already have 25 points, need 20 more, so let's do that. Not entirely sure what the experiment storage unit does. Oh, it's tiny. But still, why not put the thing on here? At the Science Junior, which is a small laboratory according to the description, so let's get this on here. And since I don't think one parachute will be near enough, get some more parachutes. Yes, otter died. Get the station, which is parachute, decoupler, booster, decoupler, booster with a decoupler, and a booster at the bottom, which sounds good. Let's fly. 3, 2, 1, well, you know what to do. Probably not getting out of the atmosphere this time around. That might be high enough and, well, actually slow enough test this parachute. I think what I'll do is dump this one booster for now. And just focus on testing the parachute and the science module. Status 0 experiments. I do wonder what this little module is for. I'll have to probably look it up later on. That boy's still going a little bit too fast. A little bit too fast for the parachute test. But while we're up here, open doors and observe material bay. Such resultant samples appear to have scattered around the interior, forming new and interesting color combinations. Alright, 17.5 science points. Almost enough to unlock the next tier just from that. Log pressure there, I've done that already, so never mind. Like hitting the brakes on this thing with 4 parachutes. Got one of them just so don't spend the entire day floating in midair. Interesting, so after I do some experiments, they all can be accessed from here. So does that mean I can do some experiments, store them in this little capsule, and then jettison everything else, just land the capsule, and still get the science points for it? That'll be something to experiment with. Got 17.9 cents, respectable. That's all fine. Get rid of some of the boosters and try to finally get up high enough to test the parachute. If I get up high enough, but it'll be going too fast, I can use the remaining booster as sort of a speed brake to slow myself down. But as it's... Yes, I see you, boosters. Went a little bit too high, a little bit too fast. Alright. Get rid of the booster. Parachute is deployed. Let's hope it's not damaged, which it doesn't look to be. Alright, the parachute was not damaged and is deployed safely. But unfortunately, they did not work and the contract did not get completed. Activate the parts through the staging sequence. Oh, okay. I have activated it manually. There we go. That's not a good sign when a capsule with a parachute is falling faster than a piece of debris without any parachutes. Hopefully that'll change in about 500 meters. Yes, there goes a parachute safely opening. And there goes a piece of debris zooming past. Although I do wonder if I should put parachutes on things like that, just so they are recovered as well, and they give me my money back. You gonna land on the roof? No, not quite. 1.5 science for assessing the situation right outside somebody's office. And a EVA report, because why not? And a recover. And out of that, I can unlock aviation, or flight control, or general construction. But before I do that, let me test the hypothesis, or would it be destiny theory, of using parachutes to save components and therefore getting money back from it. Let's put as many boosters as possible on this thing. Let's put parachutes on all of those boosters. And let's cut their fuel down to practically nothing. It's really not going for height right now, but more for, well, recovery. Goes here, this goes here. Those go over here. Good enough. Go try this out. Oh, there is a cost, about 5,000. 5,000 currency. And those are safely down. Alright, recover. Did not get any signs for it. Parachute motor propellant and the pod. Okay. Alright, and those boosters did not show up as a separate recoverable entity, so I guess I was a little bit wrong, and even if empty boosters land on parachutes, you do not get money back for them. Anyway, let's go to R&D and unlock aviation. That way I can build an airplane. In the next episode of Agent West's Adventures in Space!